The telework agreement is now a SABA talent-based process. This process was created so the state of Wyoming is able to track how many of its employees are teleworking at any given time. The agreement is a form within the system that goes through very similar steps to any process you have experienced within SABA. We are going to show you each step of the process so everyone knows how it works. This includes the employee, the supervisor, and HR. We will note who is doing what in the lower left-hand corner. Step number 1, Employee. Once you are approved for telework, you will be assigned the required ETS training. At this point, you will see a task that you are unable to complete. This task is waiting for completion of the ETS training. Once it is completed, HR will assign the form and it will become clickable. You can always click on the 3 dots to see what step the process is in. Again, once you have completed the required training, you will be assigned the form within SABA. When you log in, you will see a task that says Employee Completes Telework Form. Click on that task to open the form. The form contains the entire policy. If you haven't read it, now is a good time. Scroll down to the telework details and fill in the text boxes. Then fill in your telework hours. Feel free to copy and paste if the info is the same every day. Select the appropriate schedule option and note any exceptions. Next, note how you will be returning state-owned equipment if and when the agreement is canceled. Next, scroll down to Acknowledgements and Agreements and read and acknowledge each of the items. Each condition in this section is required in order to telework. If you disagree with any of the items, then you will be unable to telework. Select I acknowledge for each item. Finally, apply your acknowledgement for the electronic signature by selecting both radio buttons. Then click Complete and Submit. You will then see a green check mark and the word Completed to the right. If you go back to the home page, you will see that the task you just completed is no longer there. Because the process is ongoing, you will see the next required step, but it will be grayed out and unclickable. Again, you can click on the 3 dots to see the process status. Step 2, Supervisor. Now the supervisor will have a task that says Supervisor writes telework expectations and meets with the employee. The supervisor and employee need to have discussed the details of the employee's telework before the supervisor fills out the form in order to prevent any surprises. You, as the supervisor, click on that task. If there are multiple employees in the same step, you may see more than one in this window. Select the employee that you want by clicking on Edit Appraisal. Edit the header information if you need to. Scroll down to telework hours and make changes if needed. Scroll to the Equipment and Supplies section and make changes if needed. Scroll to Manager's Comments and add any comments that are needed. It is important to enter specific expectations of the employee while teleworking, i.e., scheduling, communication, check-in meetings, etc. Confirm that all statements are acknowledged by the employee. If any are not, please notify HR. Confirm that the employee agreed to the signature attestation and then click Complete and Submit. You will then see the green check mark and Completed in the upper right-hand corner. If you return to your home screen, your task will be gone. Step 3, HR Representative. Now the HR representative will have a task that says HR Rep Reviews Telework Agreement. You, as the HR rep, click on that task. Click on Review and Approve next to the employee you would like to view. Check to make sure that all information is entered correctly. If something needs to be changed, click on Add Annotation and explain the issue. If you found issues and added annotations, you will need to click Return to Author, which will send the form back to the supervisor. If you find no issues, go ahead and click Approve. You will then see the green check mark and the word Approved in the upper right-hand corner. Step number 4, Employee. The employee then sees a new task that says Sign off your telework agreement. Click on that task. This will open the form. Please make sure you are happy with all entries in the form. Remember that your supervisor could have made changes. You will now see what the manager entered. If need be, please meet with your supervisor about anything that you disagree with. If satisfied with the form, click on Acknowledge Receipt. Re-enter your password and click OK. You will now see the green check mark and the word Completed in the upper right-hand corner. Step number 5, Supervisor. The supervisor will now have a task that says Supervisor Sign Off. Click on that task. This will open the form. Select Review and Sign Off next to the employee you want to view. Take a look at the form to make sure you are satisfied with the entries. You will now see the employee's signature at the bottom. Click Acknowledge Receipt. Enter your password again. You will now see a green check mark and the word Signed in the upper right-hand corner. Your task will no longer be on your home page. If you have any questions, start by checking out the FAQ at the bottom of the Telework Wyoming webpage.